Assalamualaikum. I'm from Group 15. The title of design project is three-phase AC motor starter forwards and reverse. The group member of Group 15 consists of two persons, which is Cik Akil Zulhazim bin Cik Hassan, BND student, and the second person is Nur Magdalene Zizi binti Tawang, BNE student. I'm going to explain the objective part. Firstly, to analysis PLC programming using different process descriptions to control an automation system for various applications. Secondly, able to conduct an experiment on several type of starting electrical machine power system component based on the theoretical. Lastly, the ability of program testing and troubleshooting the error in PLC programming by using CX Programmer software to solve any engineering problem. Now is the case study statement. In the beginning of the project, as the first case study, we have construct control circuit of forward reverse starter according to the circuit diagram in the lab sheet. Then we construct the main circuit of forward reverse starter, which is connected to the motor. Both of the circuit operated without PLC programmer. Second case study, it will be with PLC programmer, which is consists of two type of questions. The first question is forward reverse ladder diagram using the interlock system, and the second question is similar with the first question but adding the timer. That's all for me.
We present about experiment setup with label without and with PLC. First, without PLC. For the control circuit without PLC, as we see on the slide, the control circuit or forward reverse using single phase connection from supply, which is consists of MCB, two contactor, forward and reverse, thermal overload relay (TOR), and for controlling part, we use three push button, which is push button forward, push button reverse, and push button stop. And for the indicator part, we use three indicator lamp, which is L1, L2, and L3. L1 for forward motor, forward lamp, and L2 for reverse, and L3 for the trip lamp. And that's for the control circuit. Next, I will present about without PLC, main circuit without PLC. Okay, first, the forward reverse motor circuit is using three-phase connection from supply, where current from supply will flow to three-phase main switch, which use for circuit protection, same as MCB. It will break off if the current flow exceed the limit. And three-phase connection will connect to the three-phase input of both contactors, forward and reverse. And for R, for the red wire, S for the yellow wire, and T for the blue wire. And for the output wire for forward contactor, U, V, W will connect directly to the input three phase of TOR, and TOR for RST, and connected to the motor. But for output reverse contactor is different, where out wire for U or red wire need to connect it to S of the TOR, while V or yellow wire need to connect it to R of the TOR, and to produce the reverse direction rotation for the motor. And W of wire, which is blue wire, remain same. And to start the motor, main switch needs to switch on to allow current flowing to both control circuit and motor circuit. That's for main circuit without PLC. Next, I will present about experiment setup with PLC. We need to add two relay which is one relay for forward and another for reverse. Then PLC CP1E and power supply that we add on for the PLC. The connection with PLC is a little bit different because for this case study, we have an input which is controlling part, control for push button, and output part which is contactor relay will be an intermediate control for each of contactor and for this case study. This for as we see at the slide, this for control circuit for the PLC.
Assalamualaikum, saya Nurul Lili.
Saya Cik Akil.
Kami daripada grup 15 dari belajar pasal forward dengan reverse.
Untuk circuit hari ini, kita akan buat control circuit. Yang control circuit first untuk power supply masuk daripada power supply ke circuit breaker. Daripada circuit breaker masuk ke TOR. Dan normally open TOR. Normally open TOR masuk normally close TOR masuk ke stop button. Stop button normally close. And forward and reverse normally open. Okay, first stop button. Daripada stop button ke forward, PV forward and PV reverse. And yang normally close stop, normally open stop ke
Punya lampu.
untuk daripada reverse press button pergi ke M, reverse ke contact contactor reverse untuk latching, and forward ke contactor forward untuk latching, and dia punya untuk interlock daripada push button forward, daripada contactor forward pergi ke dia punya contact reverse, and contactor reverse ke contact forward untuk dia punya interlock.
Demo on dulu. Sekarang ia forward on. Kita tak boleh tekan reverse punya button, tapi kena offkan dulu baru boleh tekan reverse. Push button reverse, lepas tu tak boleh tekan forward sebab dia terlock. Assalamualaikum. Sekarang kami akan saya akan buat demo untuk pergi ke motor. Kami daripada kumpulan 15. Saya akan start sekarang. On power supply. On ini. On CV dia dan dia punya 3 phase
Main switch.
punya. So sekarang saya akan tekan forward. So dia forward. Lepas tu saya nak tekan apa tu reverse tak dapat sebab dia dah interlock. So saya kena offkan dulu. Dia dah off. Saya akan tekan reverse punya button. Dia dah reverse. Saya nak tekan yang forward punya button tak dapat sebab dia dah interlock. So saya kena offkan dulu. Baru saya boleh tekan dia kena satu saja yang bergerak.
Okay, untuk hari ni kita akan control panel untuk motor control, untuk kawal motor. So ini setup untuk PLC dan first kita masuk kepada power supply VAC 240V on dulu. Masuk ke power supply, dia akan masuk ke inverter 24V DC, dan daripada circuit breaker masuk pada TOR untuk trigkan lampu trig. Bila ada trig akan nyala lampu merah. Okey, untuk normally close-nya kita akan kawal relay untuk daripada PLC untuk kawal relay, dan relay ni akan kawal contactor. Okey, contactor untuk forward reverse motor lah. Okey, first itu untuk setup. Okey, untuk setup ni push button untuk forward, control reverse and stop. Push button normally close. Okay, forward and reverse normally open. Okay, first untuk channel 0.00 for forward, 0.01 for reverse, and 0.02 untuk stop push button. Stop push button dia akan nyala untuk sebab dia normally close, akan terus nyala. Same goes to this our program for PLC sama akan first Q1 bila tekan forward dia akan terus run motor. Okay, bila tekan forward lamp 1 nyala dan motor akan forward lah. Don't interlock untuk reverse, tak boleh. Okay, untuk nak start reverse kita tekan stop dulu. Bila tekan stop kita akan tekan reverse dan interlock untuk forward. Dan forward tak boleh, lampu forward akan mati dan dan dia interlock lah, same goes to reverse lah. Okay, so itu sahaja untuk Q1. Untuk setup untuk Q2, aktiviti 3 Q2 part 3. Okay, kita akan tengok sini, kita akan pakai timer. Bila push button forward tekan 5 minit lepas tekan push button dia akan on lah motor 1 dengan lamp 1. Okay, dan untuk reverse, bila tekan button reverse dia akan 3 second lepas pada tekan button reverse dia akan on motor and lampu reverse lah. So dia sama dengan question 1, dia akan ada interlock each other. Interlock forward akan ada interlock for reverse and reverse akan ada interlock for forward. Okay, so kita akan demo. First untuk forward, when tekan button forward untuk 5 second akan on dan motor reverse akan interlock untuk reverse. Dan untuk start reverse kena tekan stop button dan tekan reverse button for 3 second dia akan on untuk motor reverse dan lampu motor reverse akan nyala dan interlock untuk forward. So untuk stop kan kena stop dulu baru boleh tekan untuk forward. Okay, that's all untuk question 2.
Saya akan onkan power supply. So saya akan onkan RCCB, onkan supply dia, dah onkan CB dan MCB untuk 3 phase. Lepas tu saya akan transfer PLC program pada 3 phase panel. PLC program sudah ditransfer kepada bentuk CP1E. Kami guna E20. Sekarang saya akan tunjukkan demo. Saya push button forward. Dia terus on. Lepas tu ini adalah interlock reverse. Kalau nak tekan push button reverse, kena tekan push button stop dulu. Lepas tu tekan reverse. Dia dah reverse. Ini pun dah mula. Ini sebab kabel punya problem. So tapi semua program dah transfer. Lepas tu ini interlock forward. So kena offkan dulu. Itu saja daripada question 1. Sekarang saya akan start dengan question 2. Question 2 ada timer. Ni PLC programmer sudah ditransferkan kepada CP1E. Sekarang saya akan start ya. Saya tekan push button forward. Timer untuk 5 saat. Motor pun bergerak, lampu forward pun bergerak. So ini interlock reverse. So kalau nak tekan push button reverse, kena push button stop. Lepas tu saya akan tekan push button reverse pula. Dan akan 3 saat. Dan dia on, reverse punya lampu pun on. So kena off kalau nak tekan yang forward. Itu saja daripada kami bulan 15 question 2.
For discussion, our project, the IDP projects, for reverse motor starter use a 3-phase AC motor starter as a tool There are two primary categories of the starters, those for motors operating in forward and reverse, while a motor starter is used to start the operation of a motor in the reverse state. A forward state is used to start a motor operating system in a forward condition. And a forward starter function can be implemented without a PLC by using a component of contactor, TOR, push buttons, and the terminal overload relay are used to safeguard the motor from suffering harm as a result of an overload from the power supply by switching off the power source connection. And contactors are used to control the flow of electrical power to the motor, and the motor functioning is started and stopped using the push button. There are two challenges that we face while doing the construction system with the PLC using while doing the IDP project. We have faced some problem while transferring the ladder diagram on the complete wiring with PLC. And at first, when we transfer the PLC program, the PLC it could not synchronize. Then we do the troubleshooting that we found the model of PLC we used was not same as we said, which is we use CP1E E20 in our project. Next, we found some difficulty on doing the connection on PLC, relay, and all three push button because of we lack of information and we not familiar for the component that we use, and also the connection not placed well in socket. To solve this problem, we need to reopen the push button casing to do the troubleshooting the circuit and make sure the connection was correct, and do the continuity test using the multimeter to make sure it working perfect. That's for discussion. Lastly, for the conclusion for our IDP project, to summarize it, this integrated design project was implemented for PLC application with the three-phase AC motor starter, as it's found that very great flexibility is available in PLC programming, as any sort of changes can be done through changing the prescribed commands in the ladder. Other than that, it be able to categorize the fundamental of power system and motor control starter component based on the theoretical, as in this IDP project has explained that type of motor status such as forward reverse, which is in forward condition motor move in forward direction, and reverse move in reverse direction, and the motor will appears interlocked in between. And the objective of this project was achieved as the ability, the program testing and troubleshooting the error in PLC programming by using set programmer software to solve the engineering problem. And PLC has proved to be universal controller and utilized for the growth of the automation technology. And furthermore, it appears that the domain knowledge on conducting the experiments on several types of starting electrical machine, power system component, PLC function, and behavior based on the theoretical that we learned. And that's all for me, I think. Thank you.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting